people. This is DCevil from the Litecoin Cash team, and I'm having a quick chat with CryptoStan. Hey Stan, how are you doing?
Good, good. Good morning, good evening, whatever you may be.
Yeah,
Hope
good morning for
everybody's
the
doing
Australian
great.
people. Good night for my folks here, and good afternoon or evening for you people.
Yes, yes, and a truly global affair it's become. And it's so exciting to be on the Hive and Hive chat, and it just really, takes things to the next level.
I hope so. I hope so. So, what's on your side? Any news with your portfolio?
Yes, a lot of exciting stuff. First, let me brief everyone on our ecosystem, our EWMCI ecosystem.
Sure.
And perhaps the most exciting part is that we are now in the active testing phase for two very exciting new developments. The first one being our CoinMunity Wallet, which is a multi-wallet to replace Coinomi, and basically the genesis of that happened after Coinomi delisted a lot of our coins. Now, luckily, LCC was left in Coinomi, which I think that's awesome, but a lot of other coins were not as lucky. So we got together and we said, we'll just make our own wallet. How's that? So
That's
that new
cool.
wallet, that new wallet will be out shortly, and we're now testing some of the addresses. All the Electromex servers have been set up, and it's a really exciting venture because it's going to be a critical part of our new ecosystem, including our shopping site, which also is
Okay.
going to go into testing as soon as the wallet is up and running. Now, for Litecoin Cash community, the most exciting part is that both the shopping platform and the multi-wallet will contain Litecoin Cash as its core asset.
Okay. So this is a Electrum wallet, or how should I understand that?
So this wallet platform will be mobile to begin with, and it'll be Android, and we're working on iOS.
Cool. Cool.
And once Android and iOS are up and running, then the next stage is going to be a desktop wallet, which is going to be very similar to your kind of top-notch desktop
Mm-hmm.
wallet that people are used to.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah,
I,
it's
I'm I'm
I don't
excited.
know. For me, it's like I rather have my wallets on a PC and not on a mobile phone, because I wrote yesterday, I lost my phones multiple kind of three times. I mean, I didn't lost it. I forgot it somewhere at the customer, and then it was gone and everything. And I always had to change my. I mean, I was afraid of somebody's hacking into his phone. Even I had security and the fingerprint and TANs and everything, but I always changed all my BTC and everything and my LCC to a different address, because I was afraid of somebody might hack into it. So I don't know, but of course it's more casual to have it on a mobile phone. But I'm not really a fan of, let's say, my basic investment having on a phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's the safe way to play it. Uh, you know, Mobile device is perfect for kind of spend money as opposed to save money. And so I totally agree, and I'm on the same page with you. I would say that one way we've been advocating use of mobile devices is actually uh, kind of what I call off grid, or you can call it your hardware
Mm-hmm.
wallet. So
Mm-hmm.
say it 10 times. Um, that would be basically Wi-Fi only, and that you turn off when you're not using it.
Ah, that's
So
cool. Mm-hmm.
I actually, what I personally do is I buy older phones. I mean, not like obsolete, but you know, a few years old. They're relatively cheap.
Nokia 6310.
Exactly. No, you know, something that's still relatively, you know, fast and efficient, and set up a wallet on that phone and use it almost like, you know, my uh, uh, hardware wallet, where I only turn it on when I want to see the balance or when I want to confirm a
Mm.
transaction, and
I
I
have
don't keep
the
it turned on.
same old with an old Sony phone where I only have the F2A, the Google codes for accessing my exchanges.
Yeah, similar concept, similar concept. So I think it's a very safe strategy, especially with, you know, wallets that use passphrases, because, you know, even if it dies, I can just get another phone like that and set it right back up. So
Exactly.
so you always have the possibility of resetting everything and getting it back to original settings.
Yep.
But there's some more exciting things that I wanted to share, and I don't know how much time we have, but
Oh, we got all the time in the world.
awesome. So I think another exciting thing for Litecoin Cash community is that our index portfolio has increased, and we expanded it to include stock to flow index. I don't know how many folks are familiar with stock to flow. Do you want to talk a little bit about the concept?
Sure. I mean, I'm an old trader from 1995, so I know it. But just get on, and maybe I can add some info for the basic stuff.
That's great. So basically, stock to flow uh, approach is a quantitative investment approach, and it's used when there is really no actual dividend or any kind of return on the asset. So it's purely based on asset scarcity. How rare is it, and how difficult it is to get? And so, you know, obviously for gold, platinum, palladium, the rare metals, things like that, uh, it's a good measure of how valuable an asset is. In other words, you know, if you take all the gold that's ever been dug up that exists and we know of, and that's your kind of uh, that's what's considered stock. And then the flow is the new gold that's being dug up every single year. So then your stock to flow. And the higher that number, meaning the more there is already dug up, and and then when you look at how much is being dug up each year, that proportion as a part of the whole universe of gold is always less and less, unless we find some new way
Yeah,
to extract gold.
exactly. And that's the difference between cryptocurrency and real gold, because gold, maybe they find some new mines somewhere. But for cryptocurrency, if they say we have a top of like Bitcoin, 21 million, blah, 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 or for Litecoin Cash, we have a top, uh, there is no more to dig.
Absolutely. That's you said it very well. And so what this stock to flow index does is we took all the assets of, you know, of EWMCI indices across all three: large cap, mid cap, small cap, EWX 15, which includes Litecoin Cash. And then we took coins out of that entire collection that have the highest, the top 25 highest stock to flow ratios, which in a way indicates how scarce these coins truly are in terms of their availability of new coins. And, you know, I'm pleased to say that Litecoin Cash made the list. So it's one of the top 25 coins out of close to 100 coins that we selected to begin with. That basically is uh, is in our stock to flow model.
Mhm.
And in fact, a lot of the other coins that have similar stock to flow include coins like Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin SV, um, Bitcoin Cash. So Litecoin Cash is not that far away from there. And in fact, what I found intriguing is that Litecoin Cash has a more favorable stock to flow ratio than Litecoin.
Yeah, that's all the old school coins that will survive.
Yes, yes, but I was very pleased with that because I knew there's a lot more value to Litecoin Cash than people attribute. And I think highlighting it as a high stock to flow coin, which many people are unaware of, actually probably will give it a little bit more attention, positive attention, you know?
Yep, because we already pretty far on the blockchain. So I mean the scarcity is a scarcity. So it means there will not be any more after that.
Correct. Correct.
And also,
Absolutely.
and also, I want to add, we, the development team, not we, I mean, of course we, but not me. The development team are working very hard on the new algorithm because we're gonna invent for LCC the Minotaurus X additionally to the ASIC and the Hive. So it means everybody with a PC can mine LCC because until now it was like ASIC, and I already sold my ASICs because they were sucking so much power and producing so much heat that for let's say European country, it's not worth it to mine LCC because the power is so expensive in Europe, especially, or for me in Austria, it's impossible to make a positive region of income, return of income, region of interest, return of income.
Yeah.
That
Yep, yep. No. I think it's absolutely correct. You know, uh, mining using the old methodologies, using proof of work, is slowly going to fade. I think it's dying
mm,
as we kind of get into the second or third decade of crypto. And I think by the time it's 2040 or 2035 maybe, there may not be much POW, you know,
no,
beyond what you
yeah,
would do on your
yeah,
computer.
only in third world countries where the power is free or cheap.
Well, I don't even know if it's going to be there because if you look at low and middle income country
Yeah,
levels of
but
growth, by the
Stan,
time it's
Stan,
2035.
Stan, if you look at China, they're mining kind of 70% of Bitcoin,
Yes,
and they have only charcoal, you know, generators, and
very
that's horrible for the environment.
very true. But I do think that even countries like that will figure out that it's much easier to run a bunch of PCs with proof of stake than to do a proof of work and expend a lot of energy. So
Definitely, definitely.
I think it's changing, and I think it's very wise, and it's a revolutionary thing for both Litecoin Cash and Ring to have this outstanding forward-thinking vision of making crypto innovative, as opposed to just kind of copy paste and let's go to the next one.
Yeah, and also it's not only it's not staking per se. It's because staking is like yeah, somebody's buying something and then okay, I have to make some profit of it, so I let it stay on this place. So you have to actually support the network. So Hive means you're supporting the blockchain network. That's the key.
Yes, and it provides security, which is critical. I wanna really recognize the fact that since the Hive mining, there hasn't really been any successful attempts at the blockchain, which is, I think,
Exactly.
you know, I
Yep.
think that's a testament to how effective it has been. And really, that's the value in crypto. You want to know that your crypto is gonna be there tomorrow when you open your wallet.
Exactly, exactly. And the funny thing is, I don't want to even post this. I don't even want to post this on Twitter then, because that only gives some hackers kind of hey, let's get it on. You know what I mean?
Well, there's always karma for those who do that.
Yeah, so I'm not saying we're the safest coin because that would make only attention to some hackers or something.
Yeah, I agree. It's good to be humble. It's good to recognize, what's good, and it's good to give credit where it goes. There's another exciting development that we're working on, and I don't know how much folks know about it, but EWMCI has recently had some nice meetings with the Komodo project team.
Hmm. Hmm.
And as you may well know, Komodo has a atomic DEX, and we are now currently trying to get as many of the EWMCI coins, including Litecoin Cash, to actually be incorporated into the atomic DEX. So the work is ongoing. We have to do some modifications, technical stuff. So I'm not going to announce anything at this point, but I just want to make people aware that we're adding value to the entire ecosystem. And really what's revolutionary about the Komodo is that you don't need an entry crypto to go in there. There will soon be fiat to crypto pairs, and there will also be pairs between different EWMCI coins. So you won't need
Oh,
Bitcoin and any
nice.
other major crypto to get Litecoin Cash. You'll be able to use, any other of our coins, which is, I think, especially exciting because I'm telling you, I got tired of waiting for half a day for my Bitcoin to confirm. I am so fed up with it. You know, I mean, I love
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
I get you, but for example, for me, it's like I see I see it anyway as a long term investment for me, and I don't know why all these people are like, yeah, I want to have it in, I don't know, 300 milliseconds, and the other one, no, I want to have it in 200 milliseconds. I mean, come on.
Well,
But
I'm okay.
that's just me. That's just me.
I love Bitcoin. Let me just be completely transparent, and I think it's a great storage of wealth. I don't know if it's your best transactional
No, it's
currency.
not. It's not. It's definitely not. I know that. I know that. But like I said, I don't care. If I got like if I trade something, if I buy with my euro some Bitcoin, and I know I got these and these exchange rate, I don't care if I get it now, uh, 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
okay. Uh, but if you want to have a crypto coin which is good for paying for something, that's a different story. Or
correct.
if I trade, yeah, like I had somebody this week who bought NFT from me, and it was like, yeah, no, I haven't received your NFT, and I was like, yeah, wait a second, I don't even have to send it to you, but yeah. It's there in 5 minutes, and he was like, "What? 5 minutes? It only takes I don't know so many milliseconds for this." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Well, I can tell you that there's definitely need in commerce to have something that's more than 30 minutes to confirm, to less than 30 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Sure, 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 sure.
when you think about it, our shopping platform, one of the ways we can ensure customer satisfaction is that, if you pay, you want to get that coin right away. And there's always a little bit of anxiety when people pay and the coin doesn't show up. And that's natural because, you want it to settle. You want to know that you bought something, and you want to know that the next step is that you're going to receive it in the mail. And all too often, I find myself, when I do it for savings, when I want to get more Bitcoin, yes, I want to buy a little bit more Bitcoin every so often, just so I have a stash, right? That's one thing. But if I want to buy something, I don't really want to worry about whether or not it's confirmed, or whether or not, it's 1.5 days and I had a 60-minute window to make a transaction. That's what happened to me the other day. I was paying in Bitcoin, and I actually increased my transaction fee just to make sure it's quick. And instead of 30 minutes, it took 90 plus minutes, and I only had 1 hour window within which I had to buy, or my price has changed because of the conversion rates.
Yeah, I got you.
And
Mhm.
so,
Yeah, 90 minutes is it's kind of long. I mean, the funny thing is, sorry to interrupt, but the funny thing is for the Litecoin Cash blockchain, always when I observe the Discord chat, it was like, "Hey, the chain's stuck," and I was like, "What? Why?" And I checked it out. Okay, it's stuck. It's stuck for 15 minutes or something, and the people were like, "Oh, the chain's stuck. It's awful," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "It's funny. Every time I transact some LCC, and I don't do it every day, but I don't know, once a month or something, I buy something." And every time I transact, I have it within kind of, I don't know, I check it 3 minutes later, and I have it. I don't check it immediately, but I don't know. Some people are so anxious. It's kind of strange.
yeah,
Stan?
it is, and frankly, it's the kind of customer that we need to cater to with the newer generations, coming into crypto. The expectation is of instant transaction, not just fast, instant. So I can see where that is coming from.
Yep. Sorry, I was at my window looking out. It's black sky, black everything, but at least it's not windy and it is not raining or snowing, because last week we had snow. Okay, and that's bombshell. Uh, Stan, have you ever done something with NFTs?
I am exploring NFTs as a concept. I have not yet been brave enough to kind of,
Mm.
you know,
I got you. I
embark,
got you.
but I want to understand it better. And in a sense, I like to follow what Warren Buffett likes to say, is that if I don't understand, I'm not going to invest in it. So now I'm sure it's because I'm a little bit slow. I like to think about things, and again, it needs to make sense to me. But I
Mm.
see the value. I
Because
start seeing the value of NFTs increasingly so.
yeah, but the funny thing is, like always, you always see, oh, this has been sold for, I don't know, $1.2 million equals blah 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 in Ethereum or something. But if you take a deeper look, it's like everybody's selling some shit, exactly some shit for some Ethereum or Wax or whatever. So you have to really be careful what you are investing to.
Yeah, and I do think that, every time a new technology comes out or new implementation of existing technology, there are two groups of people that immediately jump on there. It's the early adopters who are, the 2% at the positive end, and then
And the
there's
scammers.
scammers who are the other 2% on the other side of the spectrum. And so
Exactly.
so so what it looks like, initially, is that when you start buying these things, there's about 50-50 chance that you're going to get scammed. And I just want to make sure people think about it before they spend their, you
It's
know,
it's
precious
Stan
capital.
Stan. It's even worse. It's kind of, in my opinion, and I took a deeper look. I was reading for 1 week, and when I say 1 week, I was reading every day, kind of 5 hours, and I took a deeper look at it, and it's like 98% of the NFTs are bullshit. So there, you have to find the 2% which are really, really, really valuable. And the fucking thing is, what I read in a newspaper, in a printed paper, uh, what happens to NFTs in 70 years?
Well, what happens, you know, you can get a preview of what happens to them in 7 days when you get a 404 error when you try to claim it.
Yeah, sure,
Because
but the thing is, yeah, now if even if you buy a Banksy, yeah, even if you
yeah,
pay, I don't know, $800,000, yeah. So you have a Banksy, it's one of one. Oh, cool. You even get a kind of virtual handshake from Banksy himself, but
yeah,
uh, it's like a old disk, five, uh, 5.5 inch floppy disk. I give it
yeah.
to you, and you fucked.
Well, it's very possible, you know, unless you have the right framework within which to retrieve it.
Yeah, but you have no idea how all the network is changing within the next year, not 1 year, but let's say 5 years.
So here's the idea, and don't call me, you know, like I mean, I see an opportunity here. How about a whole industry could open up dedicated to maintaining the
The old
validity of
stuff.
NFTs? Yeah. So
It's
once you
like
have an
it's like
NFT,
it's like you have a repair shop for old LP long player. I mean, probably some listeners don't have an idea, or never even have touched an LP with their hands.
true, true.
No, this comes just to me because today I was cleaning my old LPs because of the dust, which like the static dust which came up, and I was like,
Yes,
man, I think some people don't even have an idea what is an LP and how it works. I mean, they know what it is, but have they ever touched one and put it on a player and put the needle on and were listening to it?
it's a dying art, and I can tell you that, you know, it just from my personal experience, I bought into a technology that ultimately kind of died. It was called HD DVD. I don't know how much, you know, how familiar you are with HD DVD, but it was the competitor to Blu-ray.
Okay.
And so I bought a lot of these movies because I'm a, you know, movie fan, and I bought HD DVD players. And initially, when this technology died, you could buy these movies, you know, for less than $1, which I
Mm.
guess would be
Yeah,
less
yeah,
than a
yeah.
euro. And so now, if you want to buy the same movies, and it's only about 15 years later, they're at least $10, $15 each
Yeah,
because they, you
yeah.
know, it's like
That's
an
the thing.
IP.
That's the thing. Some technologies. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, no,
Some technologies or some stuff collectibles where you decide this will be a collectible. It's always kind of it's I don't know. It's even 50-50. It's like stamps. Who collects stamps, and even we. I am in the Eurozone, so I have a lot of stamps from my grandfather, and
uh-huh.
he gave it to me, and he said, "Yeah, this will be a lot of money sometime." It's nothing. It's worth nothing. It's not even worth the paper.
Yeah, it's I tell you, it's a different things for different people, and you know, occasionally you get that, you know, just like NFTs. There will be one that's actually 60 million, and everything else will be like stamps. And the question is which one? And And I want to
Exactly.
understand
That
that
you have to find the 2%, and that's the yeah, that's a task. That's the funny thing. Like NFTs, I have some NFTs from some kind of free online game like Neon District or something. They sell it now for, I don't know, 0.5 Ethereum or something. But if they change the gameplay, it's worth nothing.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Very
And
true.
that's why it's the same for tokens. It's like the token is depending on the main chain. Like every token which runs on Ethereum or something, it's depending on the main chain. And like Ethereum, the problem is with the gas fee. Uh, I, I, I like the NFTs which got traded on the Ethereum blockchain. It's like you have to sell them for more than kind of 50 US dollars because the fee to put it on is already $25.
Very true. And I tell you what, I recently was involved with a new coin that is designed specifically to let people burn useless tokens and receive receive an actual valuable staking coin. And so one of the main barriers to people burning their Ethereum tokens is gas fees, because they don't have enough tokens even after exchanging to pay for the gas fee.
Exactly. It's same with the XRP. If you have XRP in your own wallet, you have to have at least 20 XRP in your wallet. And meanwhile, these 20 XRP are worth something.
Correct. Yep. And it's tied forever. I understand it's like you basically burned them.
Yeah, the funny thing is now I have 19.9999999, so I cannot even make any transaction.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is but I'm sure this is something that the protocol itself, as far as I know, with Ripple, they have considered removing that requirement.
Oh,
I I'm
nice.
not
Yeah, it
I'm
would
not
be
sure.
nice for me because unfortunately, of course, of course, unfortunately, like always, I sold too early, too premature, and so yeah, I got rid of my bunch of XRPs, and now I'm only sitting on at this 1990.
Well, there is there is the beauty of this whole market is that I think there are going to be multiple innings, and between those innings there are going to be deep dives, and I think we will never know when the ups and downs are going to be, but when they're downs, I tell you what I've learned, this is hard earned experience, is when no one wants it is when you buy it. I
Mm.
that
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
unfortunately
It's
the
like the stock.
opportunity.
It's like, sorry. It's like the stock market. It's yeah. When there's a hype, I'm rather selling it than buying it. If nobody talks about it, and if there are bad news is buying.
Absolutely, it's a old adage, but you know uh, it's a
Yeah,
difficult thing to buy low and sell high.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, dokie. I think we spoke a lot.
Yes, it was a great discussion. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having you, and I hope we talk again because there's nothing more exciting than crypto, I guess.
And it's going to be exciting for some time to go. And I think for LCC and for Ring, the best is yet to come.
Exactly, because Ring we started and we take a look at it, and it was okay. The best testing is in the field. Unfortunately, it is so, but it's most of the car producers are doing actually testing their cars in the field because they don't have the time, they don't have the money, they don't have the whatever uh, to get everything tested. Because uh, we did testing on a test net with kind of bunch of people, but uh, nobody was hacking it. Nobody tried to invent some bot to do like for Ring for the proof of play.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it happened that somebody developed a bot and it got hacked. I mean, not hacked, but a bot who played,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's kind of sad, but that's the way it is.
Well, this will evolve. It'll improve, and I think this is perhaps a almost like a gift because it will force things to be better, and
Exactly,
and I
exactly.
and I think
And the thing is why people are asking, oh, why not Binance? Why is Ring at no exchange? Because we're not sure. We we were not 100% sure, and you cannot be ever 100% sure. But we had to kind of let it run for a while and then see what's happening. And that's the
right.
thing, what's happened. And that's the thing it is.
And it'll come around, and good things will happen because there's a good team, good people, and a lot of brain power, and that's you can't there's no substitute for that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, of course, people are always talking about in the Discord or something like, oh, dev team is not answering, blah blah blah. They have so many things to do, and I have the opportunity to watch them in real time what they're doing, and they're working their fucking ass off. I mean, I have an own company, and I wouldn't even have the time for putting in mind on that because it's a different stuff like being a moderator on a Discord because I just write some funny stuff and you know what I mean and blah 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 and everything, but that's for me relaxing stuff to do in between. But they really have to go into the code and they have to really post the code and get back on the GitHub the shit everybody's saying like no that's not working, and really props for them.
Kudos, absolutely. And I tell you what, EWMCI is here, standing by. When Ring is ready, we're ready, and let's move together and promote each other. And just like we're firmly behind LCC, we're gonna be firmly behind Ring, and it'll go places.
Love it. Okay, dokie, Stan, was a pleasure to talk to you, and talk to you soon, I guess. I hope,
Yeah,
actually, not
thank
I
you,
guess.
and thank you to all the friends in the Discord and the community and the wonderful things that everyone's doing to make things bigger, better, and brighter.
Exactly. Thank you, and have a good day, night, whatever. For me, it's now 1:38 a.m. So
All
that
right. Well,
means in about a few minutes, I'm going to VR because I have a meeting place there, and because everything is happening, of course, for the US times. So it's a bit late, but Fridays it's okay. So because we cannot go out, we still have a hard lockdown here in Vienna. So no restaurants are open, no clubs are open, and nothing. And even my club, which I have a little bit of portion, uh, is fucking closed since about 2 years. So let's hope on a brighter future. Peace out and bye bye. Bye, Stan.
best regards. Take care.